we are assembling the new Easter pot pop-up cards. So there's 3 varieties of this card. And we have the bunny tail, the bunny ears, and the bunny head. So I have already glued my panels on, and now we are going to, and the other thing I've done is I have glued, there's 2 of these together, so I've already glued these together on each one of these and had it drying under my mat so that it would dry flat. So now I'm just going to fold the base. You're going to fold it so that you have this little 1/4 inch space that we're going to glue down. You're going to do this to all 4 of them. So you just have to hold it down for a little bit and make sure it sticks well. Okay. And there it is. So you've got this 1/4 inch space on the top and the bottom is glued down. And then we can just set this aside. We won't need that until the very end. So what I've done on each one of these so I've already put together these 2 on these 2 pieces, because these 2 pieces go together the same way. Okay, so I'll start with the back, and because I mirror imaged the carrot, you'll just want to take a minute and make sure you've got the one that lines up. It's been a little while since I've done this, so I feel like I'm starting from scratch here all over. I have a daughter that dances, and we have been doing lots of dance stuff the past couple of weeks. And she's preparing for a show. So we have rehearsals several times a week. So I haven't been able to get anything done. So that's how the carrots go. You'll want to cut your base piece out the color that you want your carrot stems to be. And then you're going to put a pot on. So it's pretty straightforward. Okay. The pot with the bow on it is your very front piece. The carrots are the back. And then the bunny head, bunny tail, and bunny ears are your middle piece. So this ribbon just butts right up to the rim. Now it's been a while since I've done a pop-up card, so I'll mention again that when you're doing these cards, you don't want to add dimension within this first 2 inches. At least the inch, because when this card closes, this piece goes down inside the card. So when this base goes down, this goes down. And if you have too much dimension in here, that's going to keep your card from closing properly. So anything above that, you can add dimension, but I would advise not using any dimensional tape within this 2-inch area. Okay, so there's that piece. Okay. All right, so that's how you put together the front and the back. And now we're going to work on the other pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my pot on first. I wanted to make sure that I had this measured right up to the edge of the pot before I glued this piece on. Now I have inked the edges of all of my white pieces, mostly for my photos. Makes it easier when I use my light box to have that blue. And then you've got this piece of the ear. This is the ear folded over, just like that. So there's one. Okay. Pretty straightforward. For this one, I want to look at it and I want to see if I want to do my pot over. Yeah. So I'm going to put the bunny tail over the edge of the pot. You could do it either way. to just put your feet together before you put them on. So I'm just going to put glue like on the edge of the foot so that I don't have my glue showing with the part that hangs over, because it does hang over just a little. And now this is above the 2-inch space, so I'm going to use some foam tape on that, on the bunny tail. Let's see, I need to cut that in half. There we are. Now the bunny head. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue. I'm going to try to get out this extra little. There we go. Now this is a little bit smaller than the head. I am missing a pot. There it is. Okay. And this ear goes together the same way the ears in the pot did. And you do have a pink nose you can add if you want. And then I think I'm going to use the tape on the hands. at this. I think I'm going to put the hands on the front of the pot. That's probably what I should have done with those feet, but maybe put that tape just a little bit too high. There we go. Okay, and now they go in here. So let's take a look at this for a minute. And you'll see there's just one tab that has a slit that's on the fold. This is your top. So we're going to start here with the front one. Your bunny tail, and your bunny ears all go in the center. And then your carrots go in the back. Okay. We're just going to feed this through the slit in the bottom and make sure that that's all the way down flush. Then you're going to fold this tab up and glue this in place. And now on this one, we're going to start with the pot, and it does the same thing. You're going to feed it all the way through. Fold your tab up, glue it to the bottom, now see, this is why I said you don't want to add any foam tape, within this space here in your project. Now your centerpiece does not have a fold line on the bottom because it's going to get glued to the tabs here on the base. I'm just trying to make sure it's lined up to the pot right in front of it. And then we're going to fold this tab up on the bottom and glue it, and glue this top tab, and we're only gluing it to this center piece. And this is what is going to open and close your card. It's a little bit thick, so I'm just holding it a few extra seconds to make sure that it sticks well. And then when I push this up, you can see that the card does go up. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to leave this tab down. We're going to fold this one up, and we're going to glue these to these. So you want to put glue just on your tabs, and don't use too much because you don't want to glue your card shut, so you don't want it oozing out. And then we're just gonna glue this here into place. I just have to take just a few extra seconds here in the center, and then you can test your card, make sure everything rises the way it's supposed to, and then we are going to close it up. And there is your bunny pot. And again, you want to look for the one that has a slit that's there in the center. You may want to double this green piece here because it is the tallest piece. It's a little bit floppy. It is standing up when it's standing up straight. Make sure you use a good cardstock with that because you don't want that to flop over. This card is a 5x7. So again, we just fed this through the bottom and glued the tab. Now we're doing the pot. And now we put in the centerpiece. I'm just going to hold this one just a few seconds longer. Test it. Make sure you've got that glued down well. Fold this bottom tab up. We're going to glue the two tabs together. Again, you want to test it. Make sure you've got everything working right. Then we're going to close it up. And there's the bunny tail. Slide this front one all the way down and through the bottom. And glue the bottom tab right up onto your centerpiece. Fold that tab up, put glue on your tab, everything's working, so I'm going to close it up. And there is the bunny ears. Thank you for joining me.